We need to find out the value of derivative of x raised to the power of cosine inverse of x with respect to x. So we'll begin by considering our function to be equals to y such that y is given by x raised to the power of cosine inverse of x. So we're going to use the method of logarithmic differentiation here. So what we'll do, we will take the natural log on both sides. The natural log of y will then become equals to natural log of x raised to the power of cosine inverse of x. Right. Now we can use a property of logarithm which states that if we have log of a raised to the power of b, that becomes equals to b times log of a. So that means our expression on the right hand side will become cosine inverse of x multiplied to log of x. Now what we'll do, let's label this as number 2. We're going to take the derivative on both sides of equation 2 with respect to x. So we have derivative with respect to x of natural log of y equals to derivative with respect to x of cosine inverse of x multiplied to natural log of x. Now we know that derivative of the natural log of x with respect to x is given by 1 over x. Here in our case we have log of y, so that means we'll get 1 over y. But since we have a y here instead of an x, that means we'll use the chain rule and multiply it to derivative of y with respect to x, which will be equals to, here we have product of two functions, cosine inverse of x and log of x. We can use the product rule to obtain cosine inverse of x multiplied to derivative with respect to x of log of x plus log of x multiplied to derivative with respect to x of the inverse cosine of x. Right. So this gives us 1 over y times derivative of y with respect to x equals to cosine inverse of x divided by x, because we have derivative of the logarithmic function, plus log of x. Now we have to find out derivative of the inverse cosine function, but that's a standard formula. Let me note it down here. So we have derivative with respect to x of the inverse cosine function, that's given by -1 divided by square root of 1 minus x squared. So here we have log of x that will get multiplied to -1 divided by square root of 1 minus x squared. That finally this was going to give us derivative of y with respect to x equals to, so we are going to multiply throughout with y. So with y multiplied to cosine inverse of x divided by x minus natural log of x divided by square root of 1 minus x squared. Right. And now we can replace the value of y with equation number 1, which is going to give us derivative with respect to x of x raised to the power of cosine inverse of x. So this will be equals to y, which is x raised to the power of cosine inverse of x whole multiplied to cosine inverse of x divided by x minus natural log of x divided by square root of 1 minus x squared. So this is the value of our required derivative.